Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Up and Coming Podcast, the first episode. Here we talk about all things electronic music with our guests who are industry professionals, so DJs, A&R, entrepreneurs, and just fun people. Today it's me, Nastia, and Luke, and our guest,
Jamma. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me on.
No problem.
Happy to be the first person.
It's been a bit
Exciting.
of a rocky start.
Well, yeah.
honestly. But all right, let's start. Hold up.
Yeah, there's no more script written, so you see, we got just drifted.
Okay, so James,
Yes.
Jamma,
Yes.
tell me a bit about yourself.
All right. So, first of all, I'm a student.
Yeah.
So, I study audio and music technology. So I love all things music, basically. Love all the technology behind it, which is also, luckily for me, links into electronic music. I'm also a producer and DJ, at least.
You are.
Fairly
you
new
are.
producer and DJ.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. And yeah, so I produce and DJ garage, jungle, dubstep, all of that. Love it. Yeah, UK garage is everything for me, basically. So,
have you ever produced anything other than UK garage?
okay, that's when I started. I was producing grime, which has its link to UK garage. But obviously, I didn't have any artists to record with, so it was just grime beats, and yeah, no rappers or anything over it. So yeah,
You don't rap yourself.
I tried. I did try. I bought a microphone and everything, and I tried to rap over grime, but atrocious.
Okay. Wow.
Well, maybe
That's
for
a
you,
start.
but no.
Honestly, I also started doing weird trance ambient stuff. I
Oh,
don't know how you started.
Like beats.
Yeah. How you started your journey with music producing. We all start weird, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I started. It was just instrumentals. I tried to do live, but with
Yeah.
Ableton, which was super challenging because it's not for live recording. Because I play piano, so for me it's mostly live music is easier and more I understand it better than beats. So it was quite a different thing.
Yeah. So you mentioned you were a DJ, yeah?
yeah.
So how did you start actually DJing?
Oh, I can't remember exactly what sparked it in my brain to start DJing, but I guess just listening to music in general, and then over time, sort of as you're sort of exploring newer stuff or whatever, and then newer music, and then I YouTube Music is what I listen to my music on, and obviously that has YouTube videos along with it. So I saw probably just loads of DJ sets, and obviously 3 hours of listening to a DJ set is much better than having to flick through songs on yourself all the time. So I saw that, and then after a while of listening to it, I was like, oh, you know what, I could probably do that myself. Saw DDJ 200.
You started with
the OG.
which is, and it is still the only thing I use to this day. I bought some of them off a Facebook Marketplace, set it up, and again, it was grime. I wanted to mix grime beats together, but yeah, no, I was dreadful at that. So,
What is your history with music in general? Your music taste? Is it something that your family listens to, and that's how you pick it up, or was it more from your friends?
literally, radio in the car is. My mum and dad. No, so not musical in the sense that I am at all. They'd listen to say Take That or something like that in the house, which is not electronic music at all. But used to driving around in the car. It'd be Capital Radio, and they'd play. It was deep house, a lot of deep house, like 2014 deep house. I'd listen to, and that's sort of what sparked my interest for it. And then I had a mate who was heavily into Skrillex and like,
Wow.
Man.
So
weren't we all Skrillex? That's like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
You got like Bangarang, like
Bangarang is literally the first one I think I listened to by him. So
he turned now, like he's good, I guess. Like he returned and like.
Well, yeah. See, because his old music is good, but it's like a very specific taste. It's a very extreme sort of thing. I think he's come back recently with quite like say Rumble and that with Fred again is
quite enjoy it.
Pretty good. But yeah, so no family link to music at all really. I just sort of discovered it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the radio.
That's cool. And what did you show your family, like your parents, your tracks or your sets? What did they think about it?
At first they were, I think my dad liked it because it meant I wasn't playing video games all the time. And then my mum was interested in it. She liked it, but not quite. Now it's UK Garage. My mum is... Well, and she has to, when I'm back at home, she lives in the same house as me, obviously. So just hearing her repeat a kick drum just all the time. And I think it getting on her nerves a little bit
the neighbors
nowadays.
Must hate you.
Oh, well, with no complaints yet. I don't think I play it too loud. Well, at least that the neighbours can hear it.
Nah, that's fine. I mostly mix on headphones. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll go deaf in like 10 years or something, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't tend to mix on headphones, to be fair. Now I've come to uni, it is just purely headphones all the time because I feel really bad if I'm blasting speakers through to my neighbour's wall, but...
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. You mentioned you started out with YouTube music as a stream.
YouTube music. It was when I started listening. It was Google Music. So
yeah, I was gonna say, whoa, old school. I don't know. I started with like CDs or something.
I mean, I did listen. Like I had Lady Gaga CDs. Is what my first CD was. Lady Gaga.
I like an MP3 player as well.
Oh wow, are we the same age, guys? Like,
yeah. I think 2004.
2005.
Oh, I'm 1 year older. Let's go. Nah, it's not a competition. But yeah, similar age. Nah, but that's good. It's good that you start out with UKG. How about like the 200, DDJ 200? Why?
Cheapest option, to be honest, because I wasn't completely sure. It was like I wanted to do it as a hobby. I sort of thought, you know what? It looks interesting. Looks fun. I'll give it a go, and smallest, cheapest thing. And now I still use it obviously because I haven't upgraded. But goodness me, I
upgrade.
Upgrade. Yeah. When I go onto a bigger deck, it is like, oh my goodness, where's the little buttons that I'm used to? It's kind of strange, but yeah.
Nah, but when you came to the up and coming event, you were pretty good. I was watching back on your set.
Oh, yeah. I was, I think it was really good actually. I like the up and coming, and especially open deck. Everyone can sort of get on it, and for me it was first experience of doing anything outside of just my bedroom. So really enjoyable.
I mean, that's what we're aiming. So
yeah,
it's good that you.
Because it's really hard to get out there and show your skills in
100%.
any professional setting if you're not a resident at some place. And then sometimes if you are, they really ask you to play commercial stuff, which might not be your style.
Yeah.
So it's good to have those independent, safe spaces, I would say.
100%, yeah. Oh well, and up and coming, I think. Yeah, the event that you held, it's don't know, just even the atmosphere of having it on these massive speakers around the place, and just Well, and obviously I haven't played any events since, but like it was never something that I sort of thought I wanted to do too much. But again, like we say, with the big speakers and there actually being people there to listen to you mixing and listen to the music that you like, it's like, I don't know, since it I've been like, oh, that was so good, I'd definitely do something like it again, sort of thing. So yeah, definitely open me up to that idea.
I mean, it was kind of for us. It's a moment thing. Like,
yeah,
you messaged me. You were like, "Do you want to set something up?" Said yes, and 1 week later we had the event.
Literally
like,
1 week.
Yeah, and like we confirmed the venue on Thursday, and the event was supposed to happen on Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, we have 4 days.
Yeah.
And like the deposit is like massive, and we need people to come and like spend money, you know, which like
like actually it was kind of a coincidence because like a couple of days earlier you told me, you were like, oh, you listened, like I was like, you listen to UKG,
Garage, yeah,
and you're like, yeah, and you told me you were a DJ, and I was like, yo, we need to get James on, we need to get so many people. Hopefully we're gonna have check wait, what camera is it? Check Instagram, follow us on KFM, little advertisement. We're going to have obviously more events. Hopefully you can come and stuff.
Lovely.
But yeah. You actually, now that I think about it, you sent us a tune that you want us to play on the show.
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes.
Let me put that on.
Did you produce it?
Yeah. Well,
no.
It's so...
The other one. Oh, the one...
So which one, the one that I didn't produce, are you playing? All right, yeah, we'll play that one. Good song.
Okay, so like a song of your choice.
A song of my choice. This is.
And then you tell us more about it.
Yes, if I was to choose any song to describe sort of what I listen to, my vibe, this is definitely it. So.
Come here, baby.
That's what a tune, honestly. What a tune. Classic.
It is a good tune. I do love it.
Wow. So I actually you sent me the name.
Yeah.
It took me like so long to find a good quality version, honestly.
It's old tune.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it was released. 1990 something. So like very beginnings of like UK garage, very housey song. So
Yeah.
you can
Do you know Octa Octa?
no. I
So
haven't heard
she's a
it.
DJ, and her girl, like her partner, Eris Drew. They do a lot of like vinyl housey stuff.
Yeah.
Like you would love it. You should definitely check her out because it's like check them out because it's definitely the style of music. And she also I think now she only does vinyls and she produces
Right,
as well.
okay.
So you'll find probably a lot of stuff that you like, and it's also really old and archive type of tunes.
Oh, I didn't know her either. Oh, I'll have to check her out as well.
I'll have to check her out.
Damn.
Vinyls is what is in she DJs vinyls?
Yes, she does only that vinyls.
Goodness mate, yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Scary stuff vinyls are, I think. God.
But yeah, honestly, as it like thank you to all the people who like rip the vinyls and upload them to YouTube. To be honest, all of these tunes, the only source was on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, and like no Spotify. I mean, there was like a Bandcamp, but I think someone just re-upload that.
Yeah.
But like, you got all these channels who just taking their collections and uploading.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love.
Well, yeah. So that tune is, I think. Well, there's again YouTube Music is where I find basically all my music that I listen to and go on to get for DJ, and I don't take it straight from YouTube. I will pay for a tune, but
Yeah, I pay.
But
I pay as well.
there's a really nice playlist on YouTube Music just of garage tunes like that from like the 1990s. It's called Classic Garage, I think is just what it's called, and it was so I heard a tune along the lines of that, and I was like, oh, what is this sort of searched it up and then searched up on YouTube Classic Garage, and that is literally the first song I heard when I shuffled the playlist. And I don't know, well, made me fall in love with the genre. Basically, I was very against, not against, but I wasn't into house or anything. Sort of felt repetitive and slow, and then after listening to a bunch of the songs on there, especially that song "Give You Love" is by Champagne Bubbly. Yeah, it's just fell in love with it.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's so. It was your first ever tune that you listened to, like UK garage tune.
So the UK garage tune, it wasn't really UK garage. It was bassline. I was really into, which is like, I guess, originated from garage, and it's very like wubby and some very silly noises and samples, but don't know. So I heard that, and that's quite extreme compared to say the song that you've just listened to. But so I heard that, and then it was, I don't know whether you've ever heard "Little Man" by Sia. And then there's a Wookiee remix of it. And that is like proper 2-step garage. I heard that, and then as I said, I was like, I need to hear more of this. So I searched up Classic Garage, and that playlist came along.
So like at the time, you had your DDJ 200.
Yes. No. So this is before my DDJ 200. Right. So
this is like your whole journey into the UK garage. Was
it? Yeah. Possibly it was after, actually, now I think about it, because I wasn't, as I said, grime, and that was it for DJing, so it would have been after that.
So it's like a match, finding a genre.
Honestly, so literally for me, the whole discovering UK garage and it becoming my favourite thing is literally grime, bassline, garage. And then I am leaning a little bit into house, as you said. I sort of similar stuff to what you're listening to.
Didn't UK garage was like came from house. So yeah. There's a lot of the cats. Like tunes or whatever.
It's what is it? I think it was the first like UK garage tunes. It was just house tracks that the DJs in the UK would pick up and just play at a quicker speed, higher pitch. Because
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
It's like it's still happening nowadays, really, even with the new UK garage tunes. Everyone wants faster and faster sort of thing. So what the UK producers, they got all the house tracks and just sped it up a little bit.
I mean, more energy.
Yeah. And it seems like a trend in like all genres of electronic music, like semi techno and jungle. You need like more BPM, higher BPM, and then people just wanna but it like gets a lot of criticism as well. Then if we just are in this constant fight for the higher BPM,
and higher and louder,
are we still after musicality, or is it just the energy that we're looking for?
I think it definitely loses, well, for garage especially, because it is so much just about the shuffle of the hi-hats and the samples. When it's played at a higher pace, you don't notice it quite as much, which, I mean, I'm guilty of it. Say the up and coming, all the garage tunes I was playing at 140 BPM, which is way above what garage should be played at. I think sticking to 132 at the moment, but
I heard you were also playing some bass line, some and
some I listened back on the set, and to be honest, I hadn't realised it was such a sudden thing for you guys, actually, setting it all up, because I got the invite and I was like, I've not got a set planned. Or I feel like I needed to, instead of just freestyling something, I wanted to plan something out. So I was just chucking in all of the tunes that night made me feel like quite hyper, and it got some pretty extreme bassline tunes, to be fair. I was listening back to it, I was like, oh my days, why are you playing that? That is so... Well, it's good songs, but
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole night was very chaotic, but I'm glad it worked out. Honestly, glad we
Yeah, no,
got
it,
footage.
well, yeah, it was a good event. I looked at some of the other sets and impressed by everyone DJing on it. So it's
Mm-hmm. So okay, so you discover UK garage.
yeah,
When do you start producing? How like
producing. I don't remember. Oh, actually, it's straight back to me. Incredible favorite artist still to this day. A guy called Jammy.
oh yeah,
Jamie?
bro, Jamie.
Which
Great.
I luckily I got to meet him a few weeks back.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Back to my hometown Leicester, and he was playing there, and got to meet him, so that was sick. But so Jemmy, there's a tune by Jemmy called Jaffa, which I think it was still in the stage of me listening to quite a lot of the sort of classic UK garage tunes, and then I was just playing another random garage playlist and on shuffle, and this song came on, and don't know, it is a modern track
hits.
compared to what I was normally listening to, and I heard that and I was like, you know what, that is garage. I need to make that, like, not in Jemmy's style, but I definitely take some inspiration from that tune Jaffa, just specifically because it is, I don't want to say it's the best garage tune of all time, but for me it's definitely top 5 garage tunes. So
yeah, I get it when it like hits.
yeah,
A tune hits. Like when I met you, you played a Conductor song,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What is that?"
Conductor's
Bro.
I really like
incredible.
him.
Incredible.
It's like Vitamin C. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
I love the whole every Kiwi Records is Conductor's record label. That's again another thing that I think once I found Jaffa, I found Kiwi Records, and that is also just incredibly in love with it. It's everything.
Yeah, like life changing.
Yeah, it definitely it felt life changing, and now it is just, for me, DJing wise, it is, everything is just garage basically.
yeah. I mean, it brought us all together. So
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
True.
it creates connections. So yeah, like what software did you start with?
Oh yes, let's go.
Actually, yeah.
Let's jump right into it.
if I was to say the actual first software I used, I think it's called LMMS.
LMM. Oh,
Is-
really?
What is that?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's on
not
on
good.
Google, and it is, I don't know. So I don't have a great memory of it because I found it horrible.
It's
It was
not-
awful, and it was the first thing I was using as well. So it probably, not very good songs getting made on it, and I couldn't make songs because it was not the greatest. I think it's free, so I got to
Yeah.
give props to whoever made it.
I
But
think it's open source as well, so that's good. But like, I know because it's packaged with Ubuntu, with any like Linux stuff. So like, yeah.
really, yeah, you see, so I found that online, and I was trying to create grime beats. No hope at that, and then like a year later, Ableton.
Oh,
Yes.
Love Ableton.
That's what I
It's
wanna
so
hear.
good, so good.
Oh, Logic.
I've
Do you use
tried
Logic, right?
Logic, tried Logic. Can't get the hang of it.
Ah, you're hurting me. Logic. All right. To fair enough, I kind of I started with Ableton actually. No, to be fair, I started with Adobe Audition, which is like kind of Audacity, but like.
I've used Audacity before, actually.
So it's not even a DAW, but then moved to Ableton, moved to Logic.
How about like FL Studio? It's also free. And pretty
It's not
similar,
free.
no?
I mean, you can.
I FL Studio trial, I've tried that
Yeah, there's a
and
trial.
before I went over to Ableton again, but
It's
again, I didn't have a
confused.
clue what I was doing, so I was like, "Oh, this app is rubbish. I
Oh.
can't use this. This DAW's rubbish."
Mhm. But yeah.
It was just me.
So you started producing grime?
Grime, yeah.
How were the tunes?
I listened back on them and they're really not good. Like, full panning in right and left ear, like switching between the ears, stuff like that. Which, I mean, it can be useful for some tunes, but it just didn't sound quite right. The bass was always really, really loud and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all start somewhere. But yeah, like, so you discovered UK Garage.
So then, yeah,
You
UK
get
Garage.
you start producing UK Garage.
Start trying to do, very, very... just trying to replicate garage tunes to begin with. I sort of think trying to understand what sort of goes into producing garage before having a proper go myself. It was that's sort of what I started off doing.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
And what would you say are like the recipe of garage when producing? What are the main ingredients?
Shuffle is it? I think that's the word that is used on Ableton. Groove. There you go.
Yeah.
So a nice hi-hat shuffle, and I guess the bass and some of the samples or the chord stabs that I'd use, I like them to be kind of not on grid. Anything that sort of sounds quite bumpy, and so
bouncy,
I like to make quite, I wouldn't say happy, but bright sounding. Well, I try to make bright sounding tunes, not always to the best of success, but bright and a lot of groove, I think.
Damn, yeah. Any tips for UK garage producers who might be listening?
Yeah, I guess I could say if what I like to do is produce the whole track without a kick before I put a kick in, because as well, I've not got many tunes out at the moment, but as I start putting tunes out, you'll notice that everything is 4 to the floor, kick drum, and I don't know, I think it sort of limits, as I said, groove is everything, the groove of a track, and when I've got the repeated kick going over and over again, I sort of stick to a grid, and it sounds quite just still.
Oh, okay.
And so without the kick repeatedly going in my head, I can hear the hi-hats shuffling, and maybe some of the other percussion that I put in the background sort of skipping around a bit more. Means, yeah. So produce the whole track without a kick is what I'll do, and then literally plonk a kick in places at the end of the tune.
That's actually very smart.
Cool.
I don't normally I haven't produced a lot of garage, but yeah, I get it when it's like you put a kick on, you mentally
follow the kick.
It's
wow.
I'll do that. Yeah, that's
I
a
never
good
thought
tip.
about that. Yeah.
And you don't even have to leave it to the end. You can put the kick in to begin with, but then as you're making your melodies or putting in your bass, literally turn the kick drum off, leave the rest of the drums on, and you find that you sort of don't stick to that 4 to the floor pattern as much.
I mean, yeah, I really like it. I mean, you got AmigoDubs to post.
AmigoDubs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is insane.
Yeah,
I was
whoa.
I was a little bit cheeky.
What's the story?
AmigoDubs put up a story on their Instagram. In case you don't know, AmigoDubs is a record label that does very retro mate, I don't know, classic sort of sounding garage tunes, and they put up on their story, if you've got any artists that we want to that you want us to work with this year, and obviously being a bit cheeky, I put myself
Yeah, as you should.
as the reply, and really surprised when I got a message back saying send through some tunes, and then a panic of I haven't made any songs for like 6 months. What do I do now? So I sent over some of the tunes to them, and it's really good from them actually, because no sort of profile on social media at this point. I don't have it, and they said we'll put it free release on Bandcamp for people to download, and we'll sort of push it, and they did that, and it was kind of just great, really appreciated it, I think.
I enjoy the tracks, to be honest. They were
Yeah.
what do
I
you
also
think?
checked them out.
Yeah,
Like really cool.
You
I'm really bad in that I will, if I put something out, I always want better than what I've made. So these tunes I made, like as I said, about 6 months ago, and obviously I've learnt a lot because now I am fully focusing on music. I've learnt a lot in 6 months, so they weren't quite up to the standard I sort of felt for myself that I wanted them to be at. I'll be very critical on myself.
Yeah,
with
it also
my
seems
tunes,
like
so
you're quite a perfectionist in this sense.
I like to be very perfect with what I'm doing. So, I think I've been producing for 2 and a bit years. They're the first tracks I've released, which I've always been sort of only release something when I think it's ready to be released. But so 2 years, probably like 400 projects of music, that some of them just like literally drum loops that I've been like, yeah, not good enough, start again sort of thing. But I think 2024, I've told myself, don't be too critical, put stuff out there, it's how you grow yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think I've 6 tunes finished so far this year,
Nice,
which
man.
compared to 2 that 6 months ago I finished, and them being the only things that I finished for ages is, I think, quite good. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah.
Progress.
Like, at least for me, like when you start a project, it's like empty.
Yeah.
It's panicky as well. Like,
What do you tend to start with when you start a project? What is your
Ooh.
first go-to thing? Are you
I mean, for me, it's like I always like to start with kind of like a melody, like a lead,
right? Okay.
and then try and add like for some reason, I always do like drums last. One thing, which is weird. I don't know about you, but
I usually start with the chords or melody.
Chords, yeah,
Because,
yeah.
you know, I usually...
A lot of people tend to.
well, I'm glad you mentioned it because I thought mine was weird, like starting with like melody chords.
No, a lot of people do it's melody, and then like once you've got that bass idea, you sort of create something around that initial idea. I think is what a lot of people tend to do.
But
I also see it starting with drums as
See,
well,
I-
as a beat.
I'm
So,
even though I say don't have kick drum, I will make my whole drums and create a drum loop, and then plan out the whole track with my drums. So, and maybe another tip for people is I lay out my track with my drums with no melody, no bass, no effects, no anything, with DJing in mind, so that I don't know. I have
yeah, an
drums to begin with
intro
in a
and
track, so it's easy to beat match and mix into. But yeah, always start with my drums and then remove the kick and start making a melody.
That's a great. And back to the AmigoDub release.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen any impact in terms of like views and listens and stuff?
Um,
Because you have a SoundCloud and Instagram.
Yeah. my SoundCloud, well, I think probably it's got more than I would have had. Instagram is what I've got the main boost in. It's, don't know, seems some artists that I've listened to then going and following me is pretty insane, really. I think, what is it? I've the AmigoDubs so released my tunes, and then I've more than doubled my followers on social media within 2 days. So I mean, it's great.
So like, any tips for people trying to release their tunes?
I guess really this is a tip
Yeah,
for me
yeah.
as well, is so put out tunes. I mean, sometimes it's not the best to just put it out yourself. I don't know whether what other people, maybe if you do a lot of social media behind it, it can work out just releasing a tune yourself on like SoundCloud or something. Send your tunes to people is what now I've been doing a lot of, is whenever I see just someone say, "Oh, any music that you've got, send through," and don't just send through music to record labels or stuff. Also send to artists that you listen to, because just the chance of someone picking up your song and going, "Oh, I'll play that in my set,"
So
could be a big boost.
have you sent any songs to Jammy then?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
As I said, perfectionist. I'm perfecting my music before I send it to Jamma. Yes.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Do you also do your mastering and mixing yourself?
So, I'm stuck on my DDJ 200s because I won't spend any money, but I did spend money on Ozone. What is it? Isotope Ozone, which is a mastering plugin that will master. I don't know how effective it is. It works for
It's
me.
a good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll mix my tunes, and I'm starting to really have a good understanding for that now, and then stick my full exported tune into Isotope Ozone, give it a reference track, and it'll sort of boost it to where
It's pretty magical.
Yeah.
it can be.
Have you tried the SoundCloud mastering options? Like,
So-
because they, I think, rolled them out recently.
Yeah, they're
I
very
saw that they
aggressive,
had it. I didn't end up testing it out. I don't know whether it's any good or not.
They always like tell you, "Oh, you can master your tracks." They like aggressively advertise.
Every time I upload to SoundCloud, master this now, please.
But did you try it? You know, you could like try it with different effects and see what's the result. I'm just curious what you think about
tried
it.
it. No,
I've tried it a couple of times. I think they're just using ozone.
really. You think
I don't know. It's not.
sounds similar, does it? Or
I mean, it's not very good. Like, I personally try to get some settings, but like, it does some weird stuff with EQ. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would not recommend. Master your own stuff.
Yeah, like it seems they make it look too simple. So it's basically there is three choices you can make how to change your tune, like to make it brighter, to make it more sad, or to make it like gloom, whatever.
right.
And then you pick, and yeah, you kind of see that they boost different frequencies, but it looks too easy. You know, if that's it, that's all it takes to make a tune sound bright, just to boost the middle. That's kind of
Yeah, it's
weird.
not-
You know.
like there's a lot of companies like that, or like AI mastering and stuff. I think in a pinch, like you want to release something, or maybe you don't know too much, and then you try it out. I think people should learn how to master and stuff.
yeah,
It's good to know.
I think before I was even happy with the music I was making, I was trying to learn how to master tracks. Like, who is it? A lot of gain staging is what I hear people. I don't know whether that's mastering or not. Gain staging.
Yeah.
Say like Skrillex
It's more like mixing.
gains.
but-
Yeah, it's sort of to boost
Same
the
thing.
track. But no, I was. No, it's always sounded really muddy and probably not too great when I did it. So
Would you say there are other options rather than plugins and SoundCloud?
you can definitely send it off to an engineer to do it, but I've never tried that route myself. That's probably the best way to get the best sound out of your track, is to get an expert to do it. But don't know, depending on how much you're willing to spend for each song, it can be quite pricey.
Yeah. Any tips for that mastering and stuff?
I've not got mastering tips.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's a hard topic because
What-
it's very broad.
What I can say is, once you've finished a track, like even if you haven't mastered it yet, once you've finished it or you've still got it sort of work in progress, a tip I would say is don't export and listen to it a lot, because then in your mind that is the finished product.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Sort of makes it, you can't go back, listen to it and go, oh, I want to change this now actually, or this could be a little bit better. A lot of the time I find for myself, if I export something and listen to it on repeat sort of thing. I'll be like, oh, you know what, that's good enough. I've listened to it enough now. I like it, sort of. So, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tracks, we got an exclusive track.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So,
do you want me to give a little introduction to the track?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. So, okay. It is a dub, so it's a house track that I found, and I really, really liked the chords in it. So I've imported it and made it into sort of the style of garage that I want to be making, and I like. And yeah, I think unreleased. It's hopefully people like it.
Yeah.
All right, all right. That was an exclusive tune. Exclusive.
Let's go.
First time ever. Honestly, I really vibed with that tune.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, me
unironically,
too.
Well, yeah, it's I don't know. As I was saying, everything's about groove for me. I like to have things not on grid, but like I don't know, shuffled a little bit so there's a bit of swing to it, sort of thing. Yeah, like a sort of bouncy, bumpy
Yeah.
sort of sound.
You mentioned how you do your tunes for DJing. You produce for DJing.
Yeah.
How does that go?
So, well, I like to have a nice long drum section at the beginning. Obviously, makes it easier for DJs to, don't know, beat match into, and then so it'll be long drum section, then into the song, whatever it is, intro, drop, and then after the drop, I'll put in another drum section, sort of. As in that one, it was after the drop, there's a drum section with the bass still in and some of the vocal chops, but quite stripped back, so it's easy to layer another tune on top. And I like to put that halfway through the track because I don't tend to play the whole song whilst DJing. I think it might be TikTok brain nowadays, but and it's the same thing as everyone playing music quicker. It's just keep people sort of, I don't know, engaged with whatever it is. I like no over like sort of a minute 30 of a song being played on its own. I like to have other songs either side of it.
Yeah. Honestly, like for me as well. Like when you described it, I was like, that's literally me.
Yeah.
It's weird because like I'll have a playlist with like 30 songs.
Yeah.
And I'll mix them all in like less than like an hour.
Yeah.
It's like a transition every couple of minutes. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I've made like sets or mixes, and it's been like 30-minute mix, 25 songs, and I'm like, maybe I should have played that song a little bit longer or something. Yeah. But no, I like to be constantly keeping people engaged is
and it's also fun, like when you're DJing, you mix something and then you're just there, not doing anything.
Yeah.
At least for me, it's a bit awkward. It's like, so I've done this. So
keep yourself busy instead of just.
Definitely.
I mean, some songs deserve, to be played like in full.
Oh, definitely.
But it also gets a bit annoying when it's like a very thick layer and you cannot really mix it well with another song.
Which really, it's a little bit annoying because, especially in garage, there's a lot of songs where they'll have a second drop and there's variation in the drop, and a lot of the time it sounds like better for the second drop. And there's a few tunes that I've played, like DJ'd before, and then I've just listened to them outside of DJing, and I've heard the second drop, and I've been like, "Is this how the song goes?" I don't recognise this, but
definitely.
There's a few tunes. Like I'm trying to think of one. Get Dumb, Sammy Virgie, and MPH. Second drop is insane. So if that is like one of the only songs I will play all the way through, no matter what. Basically.
Oh, I'll have to write that down. I'll definitely play that track in like any set. Honestly, you give me permission.
Yeah. I'm happy for you to use it. I'm happy for you to use it.
I heard that you were sampling the Kevin the Chandler.
Kerry Chandler.
Kerry Chandler. Yeah.
It's so. What it was is I heard. I think someone was doing. It might have been a Boiler Room set. And it went viral on TikTok, the Kerry Chandler tune, and really good house tune. And I listened to it on repeat, sort of. The vocals good, quite an emotional track actually. But I heard the chords, and I thought to myself, oh, you know what? It needs to be garage. Make it garage, and it was in my head for months. Make it garage. So
it's a catchy chord as well, like. The
it is
organ
very
and everything just blends together. Are you thinking of releasing it somewhere?
Not at the moment. It's not in the plans of release. I think I'll keep it to myself. Maybe hopefully use it use it for some, I don't know, events if I get any events. See what the response is to it, and I think possibly could be uploaded to Bandcamp in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely do it. It's a nice tune, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm well, as I said, I'm happy with the tunes I'm making nowadays. I think still always room for improvement. So
Always. But yeah, keep that in mind, whoever's listening, for release. But yeah, I think we have some questions.
Yes,
from
should we move on to
people.
the questions?
Hold up. Let me pull that up. Ooh. So we sent you guys a story with asking for some questions. So
We're asked and we're here to deliver.
yeah,
let's
yeah.
go.
Should I send them?
Yeah, go on.
Anonymous? Should I say
Yeah, like, I don't say who
Yeah,
asks,
okay, we're
just
not
a
gonna say
question.
who. Lots of questions. So, Jamma,
Yes,
best and worst things about Cambridge, about the Cambridge scene.
the Cambridge scene. Right, so I'm really new to Cambridge, so I haven't got the best idea. So far, for me, I haven't been looking enough probably, but I haven't. There's a good student scene, as in like student producers and DJs. I've seen quite a lot of people who do it, and I've met quite a few people. Events wise, there's not been much that's grabbed my eye. Maybe I might not have been looking enough, but there's who is it? Sucker Punch Collective is.
I've heard about them. Yeah.
Obviously it's not garage, but good set of people, and they have done some events. That is the main thing that I've seen, and that very good events actually from what I've seen. I think there's definitely it's kind of nice in a way that there's not too much going on, because it means that there's room for people to obviously say like you guys doing up and coming. There's room in the market, say, to do something. So
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, but it's also kind of like annoying, like following your favorite artist. You look at their like tours or whatever.
yeah,
No Cambridge.
Yeah, well,
Everything's-
never Cambridge.
never Cambridge.
But London is not too far.
Yeah, it's like this London.
I've never thought about that actually, because obviously I'm a little bit further up north
Mhm.
usually, so London can be quite a way, but I've never thought about it actually. Cambridge is pretty
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
So
Like 45 minutes train.
is it actually 45
Yeah,
minutes?
yeah.
Not bad
Yeah,
then.
to King's Cross. It's pretty good.
But yeah, I wish there was more people though. Even though, yeah, I like that the scene is not too crowded,
Yeah,
but I'd wish maybe like, come on, like, I don't know, MPH,
yeah.
Bakey,
Well, whenever
please.
you know, Instagram artists will put out, where do you want me to come to?
Yeah.
Cambridge, please. I want.
Yeah.
Even
But there's some good student nights who invite pretty big
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, I think who is it that's Sully and name's gone out of my head, but Sully, Jungle Producer, is playing in a month or two. I don't know where at in Cambridge, but somewhere in Cambridge.
What event is it? Who is it?
I not on the top of my head. I couldn't tell you, but it's so a bunch of Cambridge producers and DJs playing underneath. It's Sully and really big jungle name. I hate the fact that I've forgotten who it is, but
Don't worry. We'll put it up on screen, maybe. Oh, but
Yeah, we'll
you
find
were
it.
telling me the guy who made Coke and Rum. He was
Yeah.
gonna play. What was his name?
But he played in London, I think. It was Slip Disc, if I'm not.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, like, because there's a bunch of them. Honestly, there is a bunch of like things going on, organized independently by students, by ex-students, and just by people who live in Cambridge. We started like posting some of them, today already.
Yeah,
And we're gonna
saw.
continue because there is like a bunch, and one TikTok cannot well encapsulate all of them. So there are things going on.
I think Slip Disc is the biggest one, maybe.
Maybe.
Because yeah, the other ones are. I mean, there was like I think Worried About Henry. They did a couple of gigs in Cambridge.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
like,
see that, to be
It was
honest. So.
surprising. But yeah. Oh, any more questions though?
Okay, so we have another question.
Hopefully, artists come.
Is
If Interplanetary Criminal is listening,
Jemmy.
Sammy,
I want Jemmy.
Jemmy, oh, yeah.
Give me Jemmy. I just want Jemmy.
Sammy, please.
we tag him
Yeah.
under the video, like. Okay, so
Alright.
what was the main challenge when starting DJing, producing?
I didn't understand music at all, really, basically. I think I've got the most basic knowledge of music theory you'll ever see in your life.
Oh,
I'm a
same.
music student and I've got the most basic music knowledge, like theory knowledge ever. But I think the challenge was understanding what makes a cohesive sort of sounding piece. Like when I first started out, I'd say a lot of my tunes just sounded like I'd sat down and put a bunch of noises in a file. But yeah, I think learning music theory helped a lot. So I think the most challenging thing was not understanding music theory 100%. And wow, it's really weird to think about DJing. I didn't know about, say, beat matching. I didn't know about mixing in key, which all do now. But yeah, no, some pretty awful mixes from me in like 2018.
Oh man.
We all go through that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, good to mention that there are free DJing
Well,
classes from CMP on
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Thursdays.
yeah.
Not sponsored, not from us, but from the Center of Music Performance. That's how we met, actually. So, if you're
Yeah.
looking into starting DJing,
You need to come, James. You need to come.
Well, I've joined all the chatters and stuff, and I'm very good at putting stuff off. So
yeah,
I do have to come down.
I don't know if
to meet people,
Yeah.
just chill.
I haven't heard of any like classes this term though.
They're gonna be every Thursday. They're already in the schedule.
Oh yeah. Well,
Lovely.
we can't book it though because we're not Cambridge students.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah,
come.
well-
You came, right, at the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
place.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
if I just plot along,
Yeah.
would that work, or do
Yeah.
I need to maybe sign up, or
I think you can come because there's in the beginner classes there's a lot of people.
yeah,
So for like people who don't know, there's these like DJ classes on Friday for Cambridge students.
Friday,
Thursday, my bad.
Thursday.
Like the beginner ones, they have like a bunch of DDJ 400s, so like kind of like the 200.
goodness me, I love the DDJ 400. It's so much better than the 200. And
Actually, it's the FLX 400 now. They changed it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like beginner decks, and then there's like an advanced class with the RX3, it's a more advanced deck and stuff. So
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Come-
a good even opportunity to practice on other decks rather than your own.
yeah. Well, I think the up and coming open deck was the first time I didn't use the DDJ 200. So
yeah. Oh,
Which-
how was that like?
stressful. I was absolutely bricking it, and then I didn't understand the effects either, because usually, you know, the Q buttons on your deck, normally I change the settings for my DDJ 200, so I press the not the Q button, but where you can set Q points, I press them and it will have all the effects spread out on each individual one of them, is what I'm used to. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was strange, but good experience.
It's
I think.
definitely brave to like go straight into it from 200 to RX3.
Yeah. Oh well.
100%.
I think it helps that I've watched a lot of videos. I think because I kind of knew what I was doing, and then everyone there on the day was very helpful.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait to do another event. So yeah, come into another event if you want. I think
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
it.
Oh, hold on.
lovely.
We need to advertise.
Advertisements. Let's go.
Follow us, Cambridge Up and Coming. What is it? At Cambridge up.
Chem dot up and coming. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
on Insta.
Like we'll put it somewhere.
Yeah,
like
yeah, we'll put it somewhere. Follow us on Insta, YouTube. I think that's it. What? No.
that's it.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Insta,
maybe if you
YouTube.
can't find it, go to Jamma underscore UK.
Oh, yeah, hold
go
on,
to
hold
the
on.
followers and find it through there.
So, Jamma, where
Yeah.
can people find you?
It is so Instagram is Jamma underscore UK,
Yeah,
JAMMA
underscore
underscore UK.
UK.
Yeah.
And I'm uploading weekly is the plan, so there'll be
Oh.
active stuff.
Super
That's
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you upload a DJ set on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
A lot of music to be discovered.
yes, a lot of stuff. Hour-long DJ set. So
Ooh. A free SoundCloud thing.
free
is
SoundCloud,
running out.
nearly out. I'm gonna have to pay. What they've changed the SoundCloud plan actually now. It's
Did they?
75 quid. For just the year, and there's no longer 3 different plans. There's only 2 now.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't like it though. Also,
Yeah,
3
I was a
hours
bit-
is nothing. For
Yeah,
upload
yeah.
time. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's nothing.
But yeah, so I was saying, follow Jamma, follow
Let's go.
us.
Yes.
We'll put links anywhere. We'll probably post this on YouTube.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Come to our events. If Instagram is the best way, so you'll hear from there. You'll probably see you can see a post of any events that we do, any new episodes of the podcast, and thank you.
Maybe we should start doing like a newsletter or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
So,
Thank
well, we
you.
figure something out, you know.
Thank you very much, Jamma, for coming.
Yes,
in.
Cheers,
thank you a lot for
Thank you for
coming.
having me. I've enjoyed our little chat. It's been
Yeah,
nice.
it's gone way better than I thought. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to go bad, but
Yeah, and now
Bit
we went by
nervous.
so quick as
yeah,
well.
bit nervous, but yeah. Hopefully, we're gonna have more episodes, more unreleased tracks from new people and other industry professionals. So yeah,
Lovely.
I guess goodbye. Yay.
We close
Cheerio.
down.